I came to this earth plane, fully conscious. I came to do two things, sequential. The first is to address the issue of money, to liberate people from scarcity consciousness, because most people suffer from scarcity consciousness that results in poverty. No matter where you are born, you see poverty as the principle that overwhelms, even in a country like the United States, the richest country of the world. So I kind of finished that role. I'm 71 now. At this age, I'm going to do the second part of what I came to do, which is the ultimate one, the ultimate teaching, the ultimate purpose of life. The purpose of life is not just to make money. Even with all the money that one might have, one is going to die, one is going to age, one is going to pick up diseases, one is emotionally suffering, psychologically suffering, physically suffering. So what this life is about? This life is not about living like an ordinary person, living your own innate, inborn potential. And what is that potential? That potential, you are God. There is no doubt about it. But then everybody has forgotten that, because once they come into this embodiment, the senses and the mind dilute us, dilute our own reality. So we end up losing our life for an illusion, not for reality. And spirituality is the only way through which you can refine or rediscover yourself. So that part of my second career has just started. I'm going to completely be immersed in the divine aspect and also pass it on to you. The first day, the first seminar in that series, which is going to be totally dedicated to self-realization, not God realization, will be on July 4th, which is a very important day called the full moon night of the Guru. There's a very special full moon called the Guru's full moon, falls on that day. So that is a day for everyone to reconnect with your own higher self. And that is the most important part of life. Then you will understand that you are not just the flesh and blood, just the senses, just not the body, just not the mind, but God Himself. You will be God. You are God. It's not that you will be God, you are God already. The unfortunate thing is, although it's a fact that you are God, you always delude yourself with certain motives with which you are born, which the motives are your karma, which gives you an identity a very limited identity, a ego identity. And that ego identity says that you are a doctor, then you are very happy that I became a doctor. I became the president. That's a great ego identity. It's all identity. That these identities do not really reveal your true self. You can be, and you are already in ecstasy. You are already in bliss. Not that money can make you blissful. Money can bring you pleasures. Money will delude you, will take you in the wrong path. And then, money will lead you to pleasures of different kinds of foods, wine, sex, vacations. All these are distractions. Why do you distract? Because they give you pleasure. But if you want bliss, that is already the case. You are already enlightened, you are already God, but then we don't know how we can experience our God's nature. And you have to change your breath. I'm going to give you a lot of steps during these 4 days. I'm going to engage you how you can change your breath and then see your thoughts deluding you, see your eyes deluding you, see your ears deluding you, and everything is deluding you to live a life not worth living. The life that's worth living is just to understand and reclaim, experience the divine nature that you have. As simple mantras were designed by the yogis in order to give you that experience of God. So God experience is not a loser's proposition. Don't think that I'm going to take you into a domain where you will lose your money, your status, your ego and everything. No, that's going to put you beyond all these things, wherein all these material prosperity, social status, all these things will be, you will know that they are still be under your control, but you will get even beyond them without losing them. My spirituality is not a loser's proposition. It is a proposition of getting beyond all these things, and then you can have other people who are mundane to take care of your business, your other things that you have to do on a mundane level, so that you are not lost in this job, in this business. And that is the main thing, that the difference that I make as a spiritual teacher. So yes, there will be a lot of exercises that you can do, and through which you can see your real identity. First, you will see your ego and how it deludes you, and that's the first step. And then you will identify something beyond the ego, consciousness itself. And then you will also identify in the process of Maya how it distracts you, how your own speech distracts you, how through a single syllable you can just fly into a different state of consciousness and understand the entire galaxy. You don't have to go to Mars, through an aircraft or whatever they create, and still you will be carrying your human body and then oxygen in order to live. This is not the only body. There are 5 different bodies at least. There are more. And we don't have any experience of those bodies at all. So one by one, I will engage you during this process of enlightenment, where you will realize that you are God, you are omniscient, you are omnipotent, omnipresent. Don't think that I don't have bank account, I don't have any job, decent job, I don't have anything. How can you say that you are God? It's not a matter of my saying that. It is literally the truth. You have a choice to make whether to have your ego identity, whatever that is, or the identity of God, which is your real nature. You make the choice. And I am here only to point out to you the options available to you. There are two options: either to become so contract, I'm just thinking of a word that Adida is using, is self-contraction. Either you can self-constrict constrict yourself and then experience the ego consciousness, or you can get rid of that ego and thought patterns and speech and identity and then rise above. Make the choice. The choice is either to be limited or unlimited, to put it very precisely. So I want to invite you to be part of that program, and I will, in between these, between now and July 4th, I will engage you with some videos like this and give some sample techniques also, so that you can experience in the meantime and prepare yourself for the grand seminar on July 4th. God bless.